Hey, what's up, YouTube? So we finna react to this Marvel's Secret Agent. I almost said Secret Agents. Oh my god. We finna react to this Marvel's Secret Invasion official trailer, Disney Plus, bro. I'm kind of excited for this trailer. I'm not gonna lie. It gives me like Captain America Winter Soldier type vibes, but with like aliens. So let's see what's cooking. Let's see what they cooking up. Oh damn! You already got the blicky already.
Since you've been gone, things have gotten much worse.
What you mean? Wasn't he Nick Fury in Spider-Man Far From Home? Wasn't he Nick Fury in Spider-Man Far From Home? What you mean it got worse? Who the fuck is this nigga though? Hold on, go back. So some random nigga blew up a...
How you think I came back?
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
How you say that? Oh, yeah. He's the main villain for sure.
This is personal.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet.
Wait. Was that my boy? Hold on. I don't know how I just fucking
Fought in the shadows.
Yeah, it's him.
That have raged on this planet.
Oh,
Do you feel
Game of
responsible?
Thrones, okay.
Where are the Avengers?
This war is one I have to fight alone.
Sir, tell us. Damn.
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
The great Nick Fury.
Wait a second. It's the fucking Super Scroll. Oh shit, they're doing it. Oh shit. Fire. Oh my god, they're doing Super Scroll.
One last fight.
This shit gonna be fire, man. I'm ready. Give it to me now. Oh my god, Nick Fury versus Super Scroll, dog. That's crazy. That's crazy to me, dog. Alright, let me know what y'all think about that trailer. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Actually, I want to see.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of the
Yeah, let's watch this. I want to add a little bit.
new trailer for Marvel's Secret Invasion. New episodes coming to Disney Plus June 21st. It's Captain America the Winter Soldier in the MCU again, and I think we are ready
Yes,
for
sir.
some spycraft and some scroll searches. Who do you trust? Well, you can trust this guy to break this shit down frame by frame for the details you missed. Who has been the Skrull in the MCU this whole time? It's probably Rhodey. It's probably Everett Ross.
I would be
Agent Cleary's
surprised.
up there for me.
I would not be surprised if Rhodey's been on Scroll the entire time. Like, legit. Wouldn't even be in the slightest surprised. If Rhodey died fucking years ago or something, or he's been captive for years, doesn't even know Tony died, doesn't know anything. He's been fucking captured a long ass time ago. That'd be absolutely fucking fire.
Val, yeah, you're up there too. Anyway, let's break down this trailer. Here we go.
Fury. Since you've been gone,
Hold on, my question is, what the fuck did Nick Fury do? What did he do? What did he do that makes them want him as the most wanted man? What did he do? Actually, if I think about it, it might have been some scroll, probably, shapeshifted into him that wasn't Talos, and probably framed him for some shit. More than likely, I mean, that would obviously make sense.
Things have
see.
gotten much worse.
The trailer opens with Fury walking up to a fenced-in site in the woods. Looks like an exclusion zone because over on the far left, if you look closely, is a radioactive warning sign. That gate has been left open as if this is the kind of place that you should know not to go in there. We learned in a write-up from Vanity Fair that part of the series will take place in a decommissioned radioactive site in Russia. Executive producer Jonathan Schwartz said, quote, Skrulls are much more able to withstand radioactivity, and there are a ton of decommissioned radioactive sites within Russia. That's where Gravik has set up his base of operations. So Gravik is Kingsley Ben-Adir's Skrull character, the leader of a rebel group of Skrulls who has broken away from Talos' faction, this breakaway group aiming to infiltrate Earth for resources. In Brian Michael Bendis' Secret Invasion crossover event in the comics, we learn that many of the Avengers and high-ranking individuals on Earth have been secretly supplanted by Skrull imposters for quite some time, leading to a paranoid scramble in which everyone is asking, who do you trust? The Skrulls in the comics are led by Varanki, who had infiltrated the Marvel heroes in disguise as Spider-Woman Jessica Drew. But the MCU is in a different situation. Captain Marvel revealed most of the Skrulls are just friendly refugees of the cruel imperialistic Kree. The Skrulls were befriended by Nick Fury and Carol Danvers. We saw Talos and his wife Soren impersonating Nick Fury and Maria Hill in Spider-Man Far From Home, while the real Fury was up on a Skrull space station. It seems like that's what he's beaming back down from now. There was an interesting line in Far From Home that mentioned Kree sleeper cells.
I thought Kree having sleeper cells was top secret information.
Then we saw a Skrull in the WandaVision mid-credit scene recruiting Monica Rambeau to go meet with, we assume, Nick Fury. And then very briefly, there...
Hold on, what the fuck is it? Can I actually look that up? The fuck is that? Sleeper cells. Secretive group of species or terrorists against terrorist agents remain ineffective. Targeted populations until order. Let me just look up Marvel definition. Look up sleeper cell is just a way to secret. Okay. Okay. So it's the same fucking thing. Okay. Cool.
There was a Skrull in a tracksuit being detained by the TVA in the first episode of Loki, making us all give second glances to the members of the tracksuit mafia in Hawkeye. So in the MCU, rather than all Skrulls being evil, there's a divide between friendly Skrulls like Talos and the more extremist terroristic Skrulls like Gravik. And we also know from that Vanity Fair photo that Emilia Clarke's character, Gia, will be in this radioactive site, and Gia is Talos' daughter, whom we last saw playing Uno with a young Monica Rambeau.
I did see that on Twitter. People were saying that that's his daughter, that she's been in Captain Marvel, so I was like, okay, that's his daughter, it's gotta be.
The end of Captain Marvel, we know that Gia has been impatient with Talos' ability to find a new home for the Skrulls. But this detail of the Skrulls being able to withstand radiation is pretty interesting. Could be something to do with their exposure to radiation on different planets in space, perhaps? Could whatever this radiation source is be the same source as the exposure that Monica Rambeau might have had as a child that led to her odd precondition that showed up on her X-ray scans in WandaVision, activated by further passes through the CMBR of Wanda's Hex barrier to turn her into Photon now? And could that radiation also be the cause of her mother Maria's cancer? We do see a wide shot of this radioactive site later in the trailer, and just to be clear, this is not Chernobyl. Chernobyl did not have cooling towers like this. They were under construction when the explosion happened, but they were never finished. This seems to be a completely different radioactive site. Also, by the way, Pripyat is not in Russia. It's in present-day Ukraine. That said, there may have been other radioactive sites that we didn't know about that just weren't as bad as Chernobyl. Chernobyl's just the one that the international community found out about because it was so bad. Now, it's interesting how, when talking with Talos, Fury goes without the eye patch, maybe as a way to show that it's actually the real Fury. Like his eye scar could be so unique that it's just too hard to be impersonated by Skrulls. Why? Because it was scratched into him not by a regular cap, but by a Flurkin, something we saw in Captain Marvel.
Oh, mother Flurkin!
You okay?
Yeah.
That's some old bullshit. That is the worst way. That actually did make me mad when they said that this is the way he got his fucking eye taken out. Like, come on, bro. This is corny. And he in a Captain America Winter Soldier, Nick Fury's talking about people who you trust or whatever. Or he said he trusted with somebody and it clawed his eye. I thought he was talking about somebody serious. This nigga got clawed by a cat. Making me think it was some big situation that he got betrayed by his best friend or something. It was just a fucking cat. Fucking stupid. Oh my god.
It's just a scratch.
All right, on to the next trailer clip.
Nigga, menace.
How you think I came back?
All right, we are in Moscow's Red Square with St. Basil's Cathedral and the Kremlin crowded with a Russian festival as Gravik detonates a bomb in a crowd. It's actually pretty similar to a scene in another great spycraft movie, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. The Kremlin gets fully wrecked and Tom Cruise has to run for his life. Maria Hill tries to steady herself in the chaos. Seems like the Skrulls are trying to incite an international incident between world powers. The Marvel Studios title card has been muddied up as if to say, we're getting gritty here. We're literally grounding the story and none of it's gonna look like it was shot in the volume. Let's hope so. On to the next clip.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
Nick Fury is... That shit is crazy.
This is personal.
All right, we jump from Moscow to London. Place last saw was
This show's gonna make me have fucking trust issues.
some
All over again.
Skrull impersonators, Fury/Talos, Hill/Soren, in Spider-Man Far From Home. You can see Tower Bridge in the foreground here, and that's the Tower of London on the lower right. We meet Olivia Colman as Sonia Falsworth, a high-ranking MI6 agent who's an old ally of Nick Fury's looking to protect England's national security interests during this infiltration. She's described as, quote, a more antagonistic presence, and she could be working with or against Fury, depending on their desired goals. I'm assuming she's something like M from the Bond movies, but her name, Falsworth, might make her a descendant of James Montgomery Falsworth, who was part of the Howling Commandos and Captain Bucky's crew in the first Cap film. They did something similar with Jim Morita and Principal Morita in Spider-Man Homecoming. Talos tries to grab Gravik in a museum cafe, but everyone around them turns into Gravik, including the server. Interesting Skrull shapeshifting logic there, that their clothes shapeshift, but not their accessories like their purses and backpacks. Just, where do we draw the line there? But this portrait gallery has an exhibit, The Faces of Freedom, including figures like Winston Churchill. Maybe the implication could be that some of these political leaders that we take for granted could have been Skrulls, like the present day politicians seem to be on the show. Falsworth and Fury come up upon the headstone of Colonel Nicholas J. Fury, which I assume is this Nick.
Imagine if George Washington and Abraham Lincoln were fucking Skrulls the entire time. Wild.
And not like his dad is also named Nick. We know that Nick did reach the rank of Colonel. He told that to Captain Marvel in that bar in Captain Marvel film. I'm just questioning this because we already saw a fake gravestone for Nick Fury at the end of Captain America the Winter Soldier with a different quote, that great quote from the book of Ezekiel referencing his character Jules in Pulp Fiction. But this quote, greater love hath no man, that a man lay down his life for his friend. This is John 15:13, different book of the Bible. We just gotta wonder how many fake graves Nick Fury has, and does he keep guns at all of them? Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Movies and TV can be great escapism, but when it's time to switch to a new therapist, link the next clip.
A lot of people need therapists, so go get your therapy. Mental health is important.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet.
Damn, are those all dead bodies? I didn't
feel
even
responsible?
pay attention to that.
Yeah, we see Nick Fury opening a container in a mausoleum to get a gun. The door to this thing looks like it has a glowing face of either a wolf or a fox that lights up. Yeah, I think Fury's just got caches of guns everywhere. We get quick shots of Maria Hill and Everett Ross. Ross we recently saw in Black Panther Wakanda Forever defying his ex-wife and current CIA director Val to commit espionage for the Wakandans, and at the end of that movie broken free by Okoye. So he's a man on the run too. And I gotta imagine.
Is that a deleted scene? I never seen that in Wakanda Forever. Was that a deleted scene? You can watch that after this.
In a political espionage show, the CIA director is gonna show up at some point. Interesting shot here. Some armed soldiers push through a car crash site, shooting at attackers, protecting two figures in the center, specifically someone with white hair. I think this is United States President Ritson, Dermot Mulroney's character, and this is his presidential motorcade after being struck by missiles. We know that Harrison Ford is gonna be playing President Thaddeus Ross in Captain America 4, so I think at the end of the series, something is gonna happen to Ritson. Either he's gonna have to resign due to some Skrull-related scandal, or he's gonna get assassinated. Gia finds this interesting chamber that's filled with covered bodies on gurneys with glowing parts plugged into wires on the floor. These are definitely Skrulls because we saw this shot with Falsworth in the last trailer, but I'm wondering if these might be soldiers or super Skrulls that are being kept in this kind of hibernative state, being prepared to activate in a kind of ground war. On to the next clip.
Where are the Avengers?
This This war is one I have to fight.
Alone.
Okay, next we globetrot to what looks like Paris, I want to say, from overhead. And someone's reading the French newspaper Le Globe. The headline translated to The Avengers, the Battle of New York. It's really weird to see this newspaper now. The Battle of New York was like 13 to 14 years ago in the MCU timeline. The Avengers have been involved in way bigger stuff since then. So we might be seeing a flashback to the year 2012. Maybe there was a Skrull impersonator on that World Security Council that Nick Fury had to answer to in that film. Could be connected to that French diplomat who
Trust issues.
Ramonda sparred with at the UN in Wakanda Forever. Then we see Gravik from the back of the head as he enters his room with these curved beams. This must be in that Russian radioactive site because in the D23 trailer we saw Gia enter the same room and there is Russian lettering on the door. Skrulls are building something. I'm wondering if they're trying to engineer Bruce Banner's quantum tunnel platform because it does kind of look like that here. Are the Skrulls trying to go back in time and change the history so that they could screw their enemies from the beginning? Or are we just looking at a radiation field that could turn normal Skrulls into militant super Skrulls? Let me know what you think this weapon is, but let's move on.
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
If one of these fucking Skrulls don't turn to Spider-Man or Captain America or somebody from the Avengers, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset. And the cameos ain't important. They really ain't, but god damn it, they're Skrulls. They're super Skrulls. I need one of them. If he's making a whole bunch of super Skrulls, I need one of them to turn into a fucking Avenger. Just one and fight Nick Fury, please. I don't care if it's fucking Black Widow, Hawkeye. Please, somebody.
The great Nick Fury.
Okay, Fury shares a drink with Rhodey, who I definitely think is a Skrull. It just kind of makes sense. He's like the one Avenger who's been there since the beginning, who would be kind of fun to reveal as a Skrull shapeshifter. But Rhodey calls him the most wanted man on the planet. So Fury might be framed for one of these attacks, either the Russian bombing or the hit on the president. But then this shot of this case opening might be the most mysterious shot of the trailer because the label reads Department of Damage Control with specimen sample barcode in the word cull, C-U-L-L. What's crazy about this is this was digitally removed in the same shot from the D23 trailer. So this was added later. Cull could refer to Cull Obsidian, one of Thanos' Black Order, who was last seen in the Battle of Wakanda in Avengers Infinity War. He was killed when Bruce Banner strapped his Hulkbuster armor gauntlet on his arm and sent him flying, grinding against a barrier dome until he went boom. Remember, the DODC is a superhero enforcement agency who has shown up in Spider-Man No Way Home and Ms. Marvel and She-Hulk, always trying to gather super tech to keep it under control and in evidence lockers. So who knows, maybe the DODC recovered Cull Obsidian's hand from Central Park after it was separated from Wong using that portal and hacky sacked by Bruce. There just seems to be a plot to acquire Cull Obsidian's powers. I got a theory about this I'll get to a bit later. There's a quick shot of a Skrull punching a dude with a suddenly massive Cull Obsidian-like arm. Also in this section, we see Gravik extending his arm with some interesting stretch abilities, which looks like an attack on Ritson's motorcade, but it kind of looks like he's shapeshifting into a Flora Colossi like Groot, who can extend the branches of his arms similarly like this. We might be looking at Super Skrulls, who in addition to shapeshifting to other people's appearances, can also mimic their superpowers. And in Secret Invasion comics, we see this with the Fantastic Four. So this series may be re-engineering that, but with established MCU characters. So instead of Reed Richards, we see the stretchy armed Groot powers. Instead of Ben Grimm, we see the big boy Cull Obsidian. Instead of Johnny Storm, they could use a fiery extremist soldier like that fighter we saw in the Shang-Chi fighting club. And instead of Sue Storm, maybe someone with some invisibility cloaking tech like we saw the Skrulls using on their space station in Captain Marvel. Then there's a quick shot of Talos with a shot to the chest as his face is half transforming into the green skin of a Skrull. Gross. Pick a lane, dude. He does not look like he's in good shape. This could actually be the person that Gia is crying over earlier in the trailer. We might see Talos die in this show. Okay, on to the last clip.
That'd be so fucking sad, bro.
One last fight.
Title card.
Okay, so Fury is leaving that mausoleum, pops his collar like a badass. I like how the ticks of the trailer music are slowing down like a clock needing to be rewound. And he says, one last fight. Does that mean Fury will truly retire in this? Will he die in this? Can Fury ever really die? The show's new title card divides each letter down the center with a brighter shade of green on the right to show the whole theme of dual identity of this series. I love the official poster for the series, an amazing composition of reassembled stripes of shredded documents showing Fury's face in black and white, but with a few missing to reveal the Skrull face underneath. I cannot wait for this series. I think it's going to be a nice, grounded, mystery, thriller, spy crash show. I feel like that's exactly what we need in the MCU right now. Captain America Winter Soldier is top 2 MCU for me, so anything that reminds us of that film in MCU Phase 5, I very much approve of. Let me know what you love the most about this trailer and what you're most excited for Secret Invasion, and a reminder to subscribe to our new channel, The Deep Dive.
Hey, I'm excited for this shit. I'm ready for it to come out. I'm ready for it to drop. Already, bro. I'm ready to see it. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.